What's happening, everybody? The world is a better place because you are here to join us. My name is Matt Brown, and I am the host of the Productive Conversations podcast. It is Thursday, October 7th, 2021, and we have quite the NFL show for you all today. But before we get into the fun, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. And don't forget to check out exclusive content regarding this show on productiveconversationspodcast.com and to check out exclusive content on social media. Don't forget to check out all the social media accounts, whether it's Instagram at Productive Conversations Podcast, whether it's Twitter at ProdConvoPod, whether it's TikTok at Productive Conversations. So, as you see, there's some things to change. I'm trying this mustache out simply because why not? You know, there's things to change. There's things to, rev up and, make better. And, why not try it? And if it fails, what I'm trying to get out of it, will grow back. I'm fortunate enough to grow a beard and grow facial hair rather quickly. So, yeah, this is solely an experiment with some things going on in life, and let's see if it works out. And if it doesn't, again, it'll grow back really quickly. If I fail socially, then what are you gonna do? Better days ahead, one way or the other. So, before we get into our football show with the great Alex Ranelio and Kevin Schaefer, Teddy had to work, so he was not able to make the recording. Let's talk about the other elephant in the room. My favorite baseball team, the New York Yankees, on Tuesday night get embarrassed by the Boston Red Sox, losing 6-2 and ending their season. Even though the season was pretty hard to experience. We come back, fans are in the stands for the first time, and we slowly go from what? 70%, 80%, 90%, and now fans are back in the stands as long as you have a vaccine card. And things were looking pretty promising. We had our preview show with Alessandro and Alex, and we thought the Yankees would be winning the pennant. Ultimately, we thought the Padres would win the NL pennant, and they didn't even make the playoffs, fire their manager. And the Yankees get in with the skin of their teeth in a thrilling final game last Sunday, and you only respond with a loss. A 6-2 loss against your rivals, and the Red Sox have the last laugh once again. And I mean, where do I start? Where do I start? With the game itself, from our big ace pitcher not stepping up, two innings, 3 earned runs, and a bunch of hits, and he just looked awful. He was not hitting strides. He was giving up home runs. And we now have a grudge against Garrett Cole up until spring training. You have the Yankees bats just, they were making contact, but, gravity was not on their side. And literally from the bomb Stanton hit with the very long single, which probably was a sign to come. And then you have just so many hard balls hit straight to Red Sox defense, to the Red Sox defense. And it sucks. It's sad. And what can I say? Seeing Judge get thrown out at home when a rally was coming, thanks, Phil Nevin, it just cringes you. It bothers you. It upsets you. And then after that, the bullpen just kept allowing run after run after run. At least Stanton goes out with a bang, literally with that final home run, but it ends with Gleyber Torres popping out to right. And the Red Sox move on, and the Yankees are, getting their tee times ready. And what an emotional night, right? I feel coming into that game, so many people were hyped and excited, and on both sides, I was having friendly conversations with Red Sox fans and Yankee fans. Of course, there was banter, but nothing too maliciously. And then by the time the last out took place, what do you know? You see people being real assholes about it. But what are you gonna do? It's sports. I'd like to think I wouldn't take it as far as some asshole people did after the Yankees lost. Well, if the Yankees won, would I have gone ham on the Red Sox fan? Would I have just beaten them mercilessly and sending shitty texts? I'd like to think I wouldn't go that extreme. I got to remember that, especially putting myself on record saying that from now on. But I mean, damn, there are people. I mean, let me read some of these. I mean, we fucking own you. Fuck you. Yankees suck. I mean, nice words from people, right? But it was an emotional October night, so I won't take that to heart. But I just got to remember to be genuine when it's my turn. And eventually the Yankees will turn it around at some point. Coming into this offseason, so many questions to answer. I'm not going to go and say, talk about the moral victories, the silver linings. We're going to talk about the fact of the matter is that after the stellar 2017 season, where so many people thought a dynasty was on the horizons, or at least a championship winning baseball team in the Yankees, it gets worse and worse. 2018, you lose to the Red Sox in a awful division series. 2019, you see the Astros probably cheat, but they beat the Yankees on that Altuve walk-off. 2020, again, same thing. Chapman gives up a go-ahead home run against the Rays. They win in the division series, and now in the wild card, we know what happens. So lots of aggravation, lots of headaches, and now something has to give, something has to switch. Aaron Boone's contract ends literally, after this season. Whether they pick him up or not, we'll see. I'm not exactly on the road to fire Boone or get a new manager because I do think he has a good manager, even though with some questionable calls, especially with his bullpen. He seems to have those guys held together and people want to play for Aaron Boone. Brian Cashman, the same thing. He's one of the best GMs for a reason. It's not like he's sitting around and doing nothing. He's trying, but if you put bets out there, they're not always going to work. Sometimes they do. Most of the times it doesn't. And it seems to have not been working out since then. Now that we are 12 seasons since the 2009 World Series. And, when we start again in 2022, this is going to be the 13th season since that championship winning team. Literally, a child is born and becomes a teenager, and the Yankees still haven't won a World Series. Just heartbreaking playoff loss after heartbreaking playoff loss. And something's got to change once and for all. We need to shake up this lineup. Who knows what Hal Steiner's thinking. Most of the time, we think they're going to do one thing and owners do something else. So all I hope for is that we get a shortstop. The Trevor Story is out there. Definitely not Carlos Correa, but he is an option too, but he's a cheater. So I take that back, but maybe look out for a Trevor Story. I think it's time to move past Gary Sanchez. See what I know. There's a Yankee prospect who's supposed to be really good at the catcher position, who I'm blanking on, but maybe we'll see what else is out there for him. And Gary has a new place to strive. Hopefully, I would like to think maybe another arm in the starting rotation. Maybe that's unofficially filled with Luis Severino coming in. And yeah, no more Kluber. Let's see what else is out there he's done. I don't think he's coming back. I think it's time to move past with Luke Voigt. The Yankees definitely need to go and keep Anthony Rizzo with that stellar Gold Glove first baseman on our squad, plus that beautiful lefty swing. I think a full year in pinstripes would benefit both parties. Stanton's going to be staying. He's definitely the season MVP, just turning it around. Aaron Judge, I think it's time to have him sign that long-term deal. Seriously, you have to keep Aaron Judge over anything. Even in this team lost 100 games, as long as Aaron Judge is in pinstripes, that's what's important. There's a reason why he has the loudest ovation when they call his name during Yankee games. There's a reason why he's just so beloved and people compare him to Jeter and say he's the unofficial captain. Aaron Judge is a Yankee. He has to get re-signed. Make sure it happens this offseason because I think there's going to be a huge arbitration deal anyways. So it's important to make sure Aaron Judge is back playing right field for the Yankees. Gallo's going to stay. Aaron Hicks is coming back. Thank you, Brett Gardner. I don't think we'll see you in pinstripes anymore, but it's been real. Maybe Gleyber Torres. Maybe you could get something out of him if you want to make a trade. But I just think lack of hustle and tough and making a lot of errors, being a not so good infielder. Maybe there's something else out there, and he can use the change of scenery as well. We'll see Gio coming back, and then Garrett Cole. He let us down. I don't have to, add to the conversation that everyone else has heard. Has reiterated, but Garrett Cole, he was awful. And I just hope he spends this next 6 months reflecting on what happens and he has a chip on his shoulder and that he becomes the $324 million pitcher he is supposed to be.